probably what's biting on. Usually they're a little bigger.
Alright, hey guys, what's going on? So, in that video, you saw me catch 3 fish. That was just a little fishing excursion me and my buddy did out to 2 ponds out there around Sugarland. The first pond we hit up was one I fish pretty regularly. Don't catch very many big fish there, but thought I'd try it out. Caught 2 little fish on a wacky rig. The first fish in the video you saw me catch is probably less than a 12-inch bass. It wasn't big at all. But we had a few of them hit our wacky rigs, but nothing of size. We just were kind of messing around there. And then we took a 20-minute drive up to my buddy's favorite spot, which is 2 real big ponds, lakes you could almost call them, but filled with weeds all over the top, just sitting right under the surface. So you got about 2 foot of water in between the weeds and the surface of the water. So that's where the bass hang out. They hang out under the weeds, just try to get warm, get cool, whatnot. And there's a lot of reeds surrounding the lake, so it makes for a really good spot to fish. So and there's also some pretty big fish in there too. Biggest fish we caught out there was a 8-pounder a couple years back. But so anyways, the second fish in the video that you saw, that was actually, we had just got there, and my buddy threw in a chatterbait. He'd been bugging me to put on a chatterbait and all, so I decided to do it. Put on the white chatterbait with a Havoc trailer, threw it on out there, working it over some weed beds. I actually casted before my buddy did. I got a couple casts in before he came back down, and I was just jigging it, and before long my buddy caught a fish. And I don't know if in the video you can see him coming up with his fish while I'm still casting. I don't know, I just thought I'd catch a fish, but sure enough I did. Just jigging it over some weed beds that you can feel. I mean, you just kind of jig it on through the moss, just kind of swim it through there, and got a bite. It's a really interesting bite. I couldn't really feel it, but I could tell that something was on there, so I went ahead and set the hook. Caught a good 2-pound bass. My buddy and I doubled up and got pictures and all. It's pretty cool. So that was my first bait on chatterbait, first fish on a chatterbait. But the third fish was actually really interesting. I was throwing a yellow Spinnerbob's spinnerbait. Check him out, spinnerbobslures.com. This is actually the red version, not the one that I was throwing, but it's just like it except yellow. So I had it paired up with an Abu Garcia Aura SX with a All-Star rod, spinnerbait rod. So I was throwing that out there, and this lake has a little channel with a lot of weeds. Great for frog fishing in the summer. Haven't done that yet, but hopefully during the summer we'll get some good footage of frog fishing out there. But in the meantime, I was throwing a spinnerbait through there. because I actually lost my chatterbait a few casts after I caught my first fish. But so I was throwing a spinnerbait in there and just casting right up next to weeds and just rolling it out in 2-3 foot of water. And there's a lot of crawfish in the lake, so you can kind of see. I didn't have sunglasses on, but I could see crawfish kind of on the bottom, and I could see some movement up ahead of me. So I went ahead and cast it down there, and I cast it, I guess, right on top of a fish, and I didn't know it. And then I saw it swim off. I could see the ripples. He didn't bite it. So I went ahead and reeled in real quick. And then I think the video starts where I'm casting. Well, I saw the fish where it stopped, and I casted right along parallel to some weeds that I saw it stop at. Rolled it on through. It was about a foot of water. I rolled on through, and that fish just slammed it on top. The spinnerbait was hardly even on top of the water. I mean, below the water. So that fish, you just plopped it. I mean, it was really cool to watch. So I went ahead and reeled it in. That was probably the coolest fish, the coolest hookup that I've had all year. It was awesome to see kind of a top water spinnerbait action. But yeah, so that's the gist of what we're doing out there. Look out for more videos coming soon. I actually got a new rod I'm gonna be reviewing. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but you'll see when it comes out. And so comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you later.